Great Rising, YouTube family. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Oh, happy Wednesday, everybody. Wow, wow. I'm looking at this sunrise, it's like hitting me in my face. It's so beautiful. And I saw it in the sea, right? Because I'm at the beach. I saw it in the sea. And I just see it's just rising and rising and rising and rising, and it's just like gorgeous. And it's like hitting me in my face, right? And it's so beautiful. I gotta turn it around so y'all can see. Oh, all right, so you see? I don't know if you can see, the grill is in the way, but it was just in the sea, and now it's rising. Right, it's rising. So it is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. But yes. So this video is going to be about your human experience. I'm looking at the sun, it's like so beautiful. But it's going to be about your human experience. So first and foremost, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, because this is just going to be evolutionary in the process of this channel growing. And if it wasn't for you guys, then it wouldn't be no me for me to have something. Well, I think I'll still have something to say, but it's nice to have an audience. So thank you and welcome to my channel. From the time that you were born, right, this has been, how can I say, your choice, right? Your human experience. I hear a lot of kids saying, well, I didn't ask to be here. And from a physical perspective, no, you did not ask to be here. But from a conscious perspective, you did make a choice to be here from a conscious level. So ever since you've been born, right, this has been your experience. And however that experience is cultivated, right, it's still your experience. There's a lot that's going on right now in social media, YouTube, where you got people that are, cheating, divorcing, all of the negative things that one could relish in because it makes news, it makes the media, right? And it creates an atmosphere for judgment and different things of that nature, to which all of it is pretty much relative, right? But at the same time, it's so much that's going on where we're looking at folks and saying to ourselves, what we would do, what we wouldn't do, what we should do, or what they should do, or what have you. But I come here to make this video really simplified in nature, right? Yes, we have our standards and morals and different things that this social construct has created for us to have a guideline for a certain type of guidance. But the true aspect of who we are, it's not guided by, the social construct, right? And a lot of people fall off the wagon because they try to abide by these particular social constructs, right? But the freedom of who they are doesn't represent that social construct. But nevertheless, we are in this dominion, so those are the consequences, or this is the formula that we are a part of, and we must live in accordance to that if we want to be deemed a certain way from a societal perspective. But the real truth of the matter is that you are a free being, and the social constructs of your existence here in your human experience is for the avatar, which is the body of you, right? Which is the physical aspect of you. And your free will, consciously makes that choice to either abide by it, right? So therefore, from a social perspective, you are in conformity, you are in line. You're not gonna look at, you're going to follow the social constructs of what represents itself to be. And because we're in this dominion and we are a part of this society, you're not going to be deemed as nothing. You're going to be deemed as, okay, this person follows the rules, right? But the free side of you is a whole nother different animal, right? It's a whole nother different sense of understanding. And the reason why a lot of people fall off the wagon is because the human experience is just that. The soul wants to have a human experience. The energy wants to experience itself in a manner to which you're going to have these urges, and you're going to act on these urges because it's the truth of who you are, the true nature of who you are, with you being in agreement, your free will being in agreement with those ideals, right? So you're going to move, you're going to move either in truth, or you're going to move within a false sense of truth while still executing the truth of who you are, right? Which means you're going to lie about the situation, but behind the scenes, because you don't want to be ostracized in society, you're going to do what you do and hope that you don't get caught, but very well, be prepared in a sense to accept that consequence if it was to ever, come out in the forefront, that you are who you are, I am that I am, right? So I'm going to say this. A lot of times what people do, they are on the fence of defense, right? They have to defend certain things, and, positively or negatively, because there's something that is within themselves that makes them feel like they have to defend who they are at all costs, or the knowledge of what they have, that they know, this and they know that, and, this is who they are, and, that's the most important thing. But the real truth of the matter is that who you are and what you are is for you and solely for you, right? And the contribution of who you are in this human experience, right, is for that of self and to be connected to another situation for a learning experience to someone else, if that be the case. The thing of it is that you are here for you, right? So if you want to be a cheater, if you want to be an adult, or what is it called, adulterer, right? Or if you, want to get a divorce, if you want to buy a bag of potato chips, put lip gloss on, if you want to be homosexual, heterosexual, transgender, all of those things, it is about the soul having a human experience. Now, the social construct may not accept a lot of those things, but when you see past the social constructs and you look at things, from a soul level that may not make the cut of morality, you realize that the soul came here to have an experience, whatever that experience may be. And if it goes outside of the box or the social constructs, then the soul is prepared, believe it or not, to deal with the consequences of its actions, because it knows that there is an existence that is far greater than this human experience. We're here to just have an experience, and and that experience doesn't have to get the seal of approval by society. Now, yes, at our lower level of self, right? Of course, it's going to happen, because when you got people that live in the mindset of indoctrinations and different things of that nature, it goes against the grain of your freedom of who you are as a free spirit, or as, a free being, right? So you may get some backlash, but the truth of the matter is if a person wants to steal, a person wants to kill, a person wants to commit adultery, a person wants to be a loner, a person, don't want to be in a relationship, they want to be single, and they never want to be married because they don't want to, deal with the, institution of how marriage is perceived, at a lower vibration. There's so many things, infinitely so, that, one could choose to be, because they're here to have a human experience. I think where it becomes, a little bit convoluted in a sense is because we don't understand that sense of understanding. Because if we understood that the soul is here to evolve and these experiences allows the soul to evolve, then we would become less judgmental and we would not look at them in a way that the social construct based on morality has told us to view people that do those things outside of what the social construct says is the norm. So, we have to look at it from a different set of eyes in terms of leveling up in consciousness. And yes, they may be all of those things, but when you separate it from, a person from the marriage, or you separate the person from society and all of these ills, these social ills that comes along with the governing of, people's mind, and you become free from that, then you'll understand that the soul can do whatever it wants to do, to have this experience for the evolution of the soul. And that includes incarceration. That includes, the downside of a lot of things, but it also includes the upside of a lot of things, right? Depending on where your free will truly lies and the nature of who you are, and the cultivations that has happened over the course of your life. But just know, from the time that you have been born, it has always been about you and the decisions what you make for self, for the cultivation of your soul experience, right? Everything, it was for your soul experience, all the collaborations. And one of the things, and I'm going to leave you with this, if my husband was to ever, this is how I look at it now. If my husband was to ever come to me and say, Patrice, I don't want to be in this marriage anymore. Even though me and him have been together for almost 30 years, if he just came to me and say, I don't want to be in this marriage anymore, I want to move on, I want to have a different experience. Now this side of me understands that he needs to have that experience. Whether, if I don't agree with it, that's just something that I need to deal with in terms of me not agreeing with it and coming to an agreement for that. But if he has made up in his mind, even though it may hurt me, I probably would be like, I would be like, okay, I understand. Because I understand it at a soul level that a person has to have this experience, whether it's a good experience or a bad experience. That is not for me to decide, because the soul wants to experience what it wants to experience. So you have to look at it from that perspective. So if a person is being that way and they, I saw somebody say blink 3 times if you need help. I think they told Britney Spears that or whatever. But if you look at it like from a perspective that your soul is here having this experience because it wants to have the experience, it wants the lessons that comes as a result of it, and it wants that experience because there's no measurement against infinity. Now there's measurement against, being here, in this limited situation, but it's limited for a reason. We're only here in the blink of an eye to have as many of experience as at a soul level as we can, right? So it's always been about you, and just what you decide to create as a connection value to this experience will just be that, based on your own free will. But you doing what you're doing and having the consequences of what you're having the consequences of, if there is any, or just the fulfillment and enjoying your life and reaping the benefits of whatever you are initiating and putting out energetically, especially if it's positive, and you get a positive return that is suitable to your desire. It is all about you. This is your birthright. This is what you can do. This is what you want to experience at a soul level. And it's okay. So it's okay to be homely. It's okay to be outgoing. It's okay, even if a person is promiscuous, this is at a soul level. This is the experience that the soul wants to experience. And even though at a social level, right, it may be wrong, right? Because we have, this era in this dimension of duality exists because it has to have yin and yang in balance. This is a part of the dimension that requires a sense of balance, right? So, you know, that's what that is. But at the end of the day, it's about you. It always been about you. And what other folks say or think or whatever, it doesn't, it's not their battle. It's not their experience. And it's your free will to decide if you're going to accept their values and make them your own, or denounce it and keep moving. It's all about you. So the level up game is more so in consciousness for me. You know, for me personally, leveling up in consciousness is the greatest level up, in my opinion, that one can have, because then everything else will follow suit of your consciousness and the way that you think, right? And right now, I see it as that at a soul level, people want to have their human experience. So it's okay. It's okay, you know? So with that being said, thank you for taking the time to, you know, listen to this video. This one is a little bit longer than what I normally do, but I thank you for, if you've gotten this far, I thank you for listening. You know, please like and subscribe this, you know, video, and subscribe to this channel. And if you have a comment regarding it, put it down, because each one teaches one. And, you know, we are here. We are here to evolve and have our own human experience, whatever that may be, right? And, you know, just love yourself and live your best life. And with that being said, I love you guys. It's a beautiful day, and oh, look at the sun. It's just, oh gosh, it just rose. I want to show y'all how it just rose to the top. Let me do this really quickly. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Oh, no, it's not letting me do it. So it's not letting me do it. Oh, there it goes. You see how it just rose to the top? And I was watching it, and it took about, what, 15 minutes for it to happen? How beautiful is that? So I got to see the sunrise. Yay! All right, so that's it, you guys. Love you guys with all my heart and soul. And I shall come into talking with you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.